So the Beef Boys picked the map here, and they are taking us to Volskaya Foundry. And we're probably going to be starting pretty soon. Let's see what's going on in the lobby. Everybody is in here. And we're getting some readies from everybody. So pretty excited to see what happens here. I've played with a few of the guys on gillyShark before, so I've seen them in action. I'm excited to see these Beef Boys get down on it tonight. So bear with us a second and we will get this going. All right, right into the action. Let's head into the draft right now. We've got Volskaya Foundry here, starting up, and on the left-hand side, we see gillyShark with their first pick. They will pick the first ban of the game right now. Let me see if my sound... I don't know if I'm getting in-game sound on the stream. I was hoping to get some of that tonight, but we'll see what happens. So first ban coming in on the side of gillyShark. Let's see where they take us. Running down every last second that they've got here. And they're going to ban out Hanzo to get us started. So this is a good map. It's kind of unique in the sense that it's got the items. Only this one and Hanamura have items that you can pick up. So you want to be real quick to get to your turret camp early on, right when it spawns at 1 minute. And then, you know, as far as a draft goes, you want to be able to snag those camps. They give you XP, they give you items, but you also want a lot of point control. May, banned on the right-hand side. Beef Boys do not want to play with the game's newest hero. So this is kind of the first week. I don't believe last season May came out just at the end of the season, and she was not allowed to be played in those last weeks in the playoffs. So it's kind of interesting to see how she's going to fare in this new meta that we're going to see this season. But we won't get to see her played, at least in game one. We got Ana as a ban from gillyShark here. Just a great all-around healer, a lot of sustain there, an imperious brawler, point control, tons of damage, frontline. He's a pretty scary guy when it comes to just being in a big team fight, which we're expecting to see a lot of on this map. There's not really any way to avoid it. There's a lot of point control. And Greymane makes a first appearance, one of my favorite heroes. My last cast, I saw a lot of Greymane as well. I'm excited to see more Greymane tonight. Chest looter, picking it first. Just my style. Everyone else kind of figure out what you're going to do. I'm going to play Greymane. Y'all figure out the rest of this. Greymane, an all-around hero. He's got front line and back line. You know, he does tons of damage. You just got to be careful when you go in to really max out your damage. On the side of Beef Boys, they pick, from last season, Joe was one of the main tanks. Johanna just always being picked as a tank just for her tons of sustain, her unstoppable, which got nerfed a little bit, but you see her still here. And Zul'jin, another one of my favorite heroes, just stacking and stacking. If they lose a protector, that's not always bad for Zul'jin, because if they lose the protector, Zul'jin just, every auto attack that he pulls off, he's just getting more and more stacks, getting stronger and stronger. So it could almost benefit you to lose a protector just to stack up Zul'jin for the late game. On the left-hand side, we see Diablo and Tyrande picked. That's a lot of CC, a big front line. Tyrande with the follow-up CC. I want to see how the medallion, we've got the new medallion this season, and I'm curious how that's going to affect Diablo's combos, because I feel like there's a split second where someone can pop a medallion, get the unstoppable, and break the CC chain. And it could really turn the tide of a fight right there. So a Diablo Tyrande chain CC there could be pretty scary if you can't get away from it. So that's a pretty strong tank healer combination. Let's see what bans we got here in the mid-ban phase. We saw Jaina. That's a lot of just burst damage. Probably can follow up on a Diablo Tyrande CC chain really strong. And Anduin gets knocked out as a healer choice. Blaze and Rhaegar, they're moving right through here. So Blaze making its appearance here as a side laner. You know, Blaze, I've seen him in main tank role. They kind of did a bit of a rework. But here we're going to see him playing as the off laner, but still brings a lot of value to team fights and a really strong pick for point control, an extra CC, extra frontline. Ooh, Kael'thas. Okay, I love Kael'thas. This is great on a point control, especially with a lot of frontline that we see on the side of BeefBois. Joe, Blaze, Rhaegar, if he goes in for a chomp, that's a lot of bomb spread potential. And then Malthael for all those high health bars. He's going to be chunking down with his percent damage. Mephisto rounding out the draft here. Whew. That's a pretty hefty draft. So Mephisto's just going to be able to pump out a lot of magic damage. And if he can get, you know, those cooldown reductions, he can just keep pumping and keep pumping, teleporting in, teleporting out. And that's a lot of damage on both sides. They can really, you know, just melt somebody if they get a hold of them. So let's go ahead and switch to our in-game screens here. And let's get this going. So thanks everybody for stopping by. I'm still getting the hang of, you know, paying attention to the chat and stuff, but I see Keys in here. CB Fair, a big hello from CB Fair. Love to see you guys in here. Thanks for stopping by. And Big Muff McGuff, he wants Axe. He wants to see a lot of Zul'jin stacks tonight. I agree. I love a stacked Zul'jin. All right, as we head in to game one, let's see how this one's gonna pan out for us. So on the left-hand side here, we have gillyShark. Lots of good luck, have funs being popped out here. And in the front line, we've got Veggies playing the Diablo. Zergy Monster doing a little dance for us on the Malthael. Tyrande played by Chemotripsin. Stark on the Kael'thas. And Chestlooter playing the Greymane. On the right-hand side here, BeefBois. We've got Tracer playing the Blaze. Oh, they're all in a lump here. Tribulation on the Johanna. Dirk playing the Rhaegar. Smort Killer, that's our Zul'jin. And finally, Root Beer Guy playing the Mephisto. All right, everyone coming out here for the initial little ARAM brawl as the first group of minions pop up. Mephisto tellies in, takes a good chunk of damage there. Doesn't really get to do too much other than clear the wave. And we see the red team stuck here, clearing as the blue team, gillyShark, gets a head start rotating to the top side. And they've got a bit of a rotational advantage, you can see already. They're already moved back to mid. Veggies doing a little bit to slow them down, dismount them on the way back down. That's good work from a good tank player right there. And let's see how this second one rolls out. Mephisto does get flipped, but sneaks back away. A lot of damage got chunked on him there. Let's see what these teams are doing. We see gillyShark kind of sharking around here. Looks like we got a cheeky invade for the first one. Are they going to make it in time? They don't make it in time, but it looks like Smort Killer's not going to get out of there for free on this one. They do steal the turret camp away. They don't get the XP, but they do steal the item, which is a big plus when it comes to this first objective. And they go on and they start doing their own. It doesn't look like the BeefBois are going to be able to do much about that. Dirk coming down, peeking. And we just got a simple solo lane stall being done by Tracer. Actually could be holding him off the XP. does pretty good to freeze the lane there. Stark just grabbing a risky globe there and then popping away. Let's look at some talents right here before we head into our first objective. So we see Kael'thas is stacking those globes. That's why he went all the way in lane to grab that. Both teams sharking around the support camp right now. No one wants to give that away for free. Pretty standard build here. We got an owl from Tyrande. Let's see, anything else? Zul'jin with the headhunter. Gotta like that. He wants to kill each of the enemy. He wants to be part of a takedown on all the enemies to complete that quest, and that's what we call Exodia at that point. He'll have extra basic attack range and 10% bonus damage at that point. So 2% per kill. Let's see if they end up getting any of those. Mephisto going full Lightning Nova build on his damage. And it looks like the BeefBois did clear the camp already, and they're going to get first control here on control point A, as gillyShark is still up top clearing. Not a big deal. There is a lot of time that you got to stand on the control point to finish this. Diablo dives in, got the body block on Smork Killer, but he's under towers now, pulls his medallion to walk away. He's still trying to get out of there. A lot of chase going on. Veggie's looking pretty low. A big stun from Blaze, and Diablo goes down. That is one stack of Headhunter for the Smork Killer. And we're going to see continued control on point A right here for the BeefBois as they go and grab their first turret of the game, really, because they weren't able to do anything here. Chest Looter gets a little bit of damage there, gets Iron Skin popped by Johanna. That's a 25-second cooldown as Diablo makes his way back into lane. Let's see if they're going to be able to make a better attack this time on the side of gillyShark. He's going deep. Looks like Diablo's just trying to get as many minions as he can before this next fight to stack his Black Soul Stone, get as much health into his health bar. We got a whole wave crashing down here on the side of BeefBois. And it looks like gillyShark just going to step off for now as they grab their turret. But the percentage is ticking up for BeefBois. This is going to be the big fight right here. Diablo charges in. There's a medallion on the side of Smork Killer in the middle of the combo, but he is low. Malthael deep gets the kill, chasing further onto Tribulation. Tracer also looking low. The BeefBois are just falling apart here, and that's a triple kill on the side of gillyShark for control of the point at the 99% mark. Successful takedowns right there, and they're going to take their victory prize right here of a support camp. Hits level 10 first, and it looks like they're probably going to have to concede this on the side of BeefBois because level 10 just came in. I don't know if Tribulation really wants to walk back in there. But this is what I was saying. I mean, you know, worst case scenario, Zul'jin will be able to stack onto this protector. That does go over to gillyShark, first protector of the game. We've got both their damage in there. Greymane and Kael'thas jump in, and they're heading straight to the top lane to prep for control point 2. This is a standard strategy here. You want to get that well. You see them already going for the well here, but a lot of damage. Look at Zul'jin just attacking here. They go down and take down Blaze. The blue team sneaks down there with only Malthael as their damage. They must have got some pretty serious CC onto Blaze to knock him out there. Well played on the side of gillyShark to get that kill. 5 kills to 1. Both teams do have their heroics now. As they make a play in here, Stark under towers gets a stun onto Rhaegar, able to walk away, and a Phoenix gets thrown out there just to disengage. The team runs away there, and overall had a pretty successful first protector of the game. They've got just about a 2-level lead right now. They're about to hit level 11 on the side of BeefBois. Let's see what we've got for our heroic. Starfall for Tyrande. Curse Bullet on the side of Greymane. That's a lot of burst. Here's a stun on to Johanna, but just a little bark, no bite. Phoenix we saw come out from Kael'thas. Apocalypse from Diablo on cooldown, coming up just right now soon. And Last Rites from Malthael. I love the Curse Bullet and Last Rites combo, because Curse Bullet takes off 35% of the health, and then any remaining health, Last Rites is going to come in and do a bunch more damage. Here's a huge combo onto Joe, but she survives with an Ancestral Healing, doesn't get taken out by that Last Rites. But now the counter engage here from the BeefBois. Wow, no kills there. Everyone gets away, but the BeefBois successfully get the support camp to be dropped, which is kind of a win there, but Root Beer Guy does telly back safely out of that chain of damage. He's back in. Oh, that's a big Lightning Nova. Look at that shield he got. That's based on how much damage he did, so that's a pretty chunky damage he just got off. Malthael clearing bot. Blaze making his way down now as the teams start getting ready. Control point 2 should be coming up soon. Stark went back for some mana. There is a level 13 advantage on the side of gillyShark, but I don't think it's going to last, at least not for the control point. But they are taking advantage of this to grab the support camp. And here's a big combo, but an unstoppable dropped by Joe. Curse Bullet down as well. Here's a big root from Mephisto. Everyone walks away. A lot of fireworks there, but no kills. And control point 2 is unlocking, so we're going to see that coming up pretty soon. I'm going to take a second, make sure the stream's going well. Looks like no comments of this was falling apart. So there's a Blessed Shield from Joe as they try and make a play onto Stark, who pops his medallion. That's a 5-minute cooldown on that personal unstoppable. But you never can be too careful as a Kael'thas. There's another dive in from Veggies. Apocalypse being thrown down. Stun onto 2. Durka's got the Last Rites, and he goes down. That is a Last Rites kill from Mephisto. Counterattack, nothing really coming back from the BeefBois. They're not able to secure a kill in return. And gillyShark jumping in here. That was an interesting... I don't know what wall-banged Diablo got there, but it looked like a stun came out. Maybe that was the Tyrande Lunar Flare that actually connected there. And we see gillyShark controlling point B now. Malthael just sitting up there. Blaze taking advantage of this chance. Pops his gauntlets, his stim pack to do a little extra damage down here. It looks like Rhaegar is coming in to join some of the action. This is kind of the unfortunate thing about this map. Someone's got to just sit up here and just wait as this ticks away. And red team taking advantage. Unkillable. Is that a fat finger moment from Smork Killer? Because I don't think he wanted to burn his Tazdingo just yet. But sometimes you just press the Tazdingo. They get the fort. So that's going to help them for control point C, because there's no fort here. So that could give them the advantage on the next control point, as Diablo alone in the mech here. Go Power Rangers. He needs a teammate to jump in there with him. Chest Looter jumping in. Let's see if Diablo comes out or if he's going to stick in here and drive while Greymane sits shotgun. So Smork Killer just getting tons of stacks here off of the Protector. Starfall dropped down here to get a little extra damage. It looks like they just want to push in top, see what they can do about potentially getting a keep here. Still a relatively healthy protector, but it's being chunked down. It's being hit by the keep now as well. Blaze coming around from the side angle here. Diablo is in the protector, so they don't really have their front line, and they decide to step back. They weren't able to get the keep. They do have 15 seconds left, but I don't think they have much juice left to really get much out of this protector. Let's see if they try and get something down. Nope. Protector is down, and everybody's in the bot lane. Remember that gillyShark does not have a fort here, so they don't really have a retreat point. Both teams hitting level 16. Zul'jin's still at 17 out of 30 stacks. And only one shot on his headhunter. You know, he's kind of a... Oh, Veggie's in the bush here. Drops his APOC, but unfortunately, nobody connects here. A big stun from Blaze or Joe there. And it looks like Zergy Monster's looking pretty low. Zergy goes down. Blaze drops his bunker to survive. Durka looking low. Lots of low health bars. It looks like Blaze is going to go down here. Unkillable. Taz Dingo from Smork keeps him alive. And we see a 1-for-1. Both the solo laners go down. Malthael and Blaze get traded out there. A lot of low health bars. That could have gone either way for a huge, huge advantage. But good job from both teams. To only lose one there, but it does look like gillyShark gets the upper hand by grabbing the support camp. BeefBois putting out a camp here, get a little pressure in the top lane, hopefully counteract those catapults that are going to be coming in on the side of gillyShark. So just clearing lanes. Let's see if there's any other interesting talents here. Static Field on the side of Mephisto. That can be a lot of chunky damage, percent damage, if he's hitting a lot of people with the Lightning Nova. Pretty standard build. Arcanite Axes on the side of Zul'jin. Also more stacks, the more people he hits with his W. And here's a flank onto Zergy Monster. Let's see if he can get away, but there's a lot of people here trying to get him. He's surviving for a while, but I don't think he gets out of here. He's got a lot of sustain, but 4 BeefBois just chunking you down. I don't think you're going to get out of here. But on the side of gillyShark, they're taking advantage of the fact that all of the BeefBois are bot to try and make a play, but they don't quite get it. They make the smart move to get away before the whole team shows up there, knowing that it would have been a 5v4. Control point C will be coming up soon. And that's going to be another big fight. And this could be the first big fight. Well, I was going to say it was going to be in the advantage of BeefBois, but we've got the level 20 advantage on the side of gillyShark, which just makes such a big difference. Shooting Star, increasing the basic attack range. Pretty standard build here. We've got the Eager Wolf and the Hunter's Blunderbuss from Greymane. Master of Flames. Ooh, I love this. This makes the, Kilthos's herpes bomb to just spread indefinitely if people just keep spreading it. Hellgate from Diablo. Pretty standard pick, but that's an extra stun and telly for him. No one can stop death. That's a second life bar for Malthael, worst case scenario if he goes down. So it looks like right now the BeefBois are trying to do what they can to reach level 20. And gillyShark knows this. They said, we are going to do what we can so that you don't have that advantage in the bot lane. They get rid of the well, and they're making a play onto the fort. Can't quite finish it. So they will have at least a retreat point that gillyShark does not have at this objective fight. So gillyShark does have the advantage in percentage. And BeefBois know that they're going for this, and they make a play, but Veggies is waiting in the bush, gets a huge play onto Johanna, but doesn't get the kill, and it looks like Zergy Monster's going down Root Beer Guy in return, and we see a bloodbath. Whew! gillyShark. Malthael did not go down. Oh, Malthael revived. I was going to say, how did he not die there? But he definitely died and then used his second life. And there's an owl hits, but Tribulation does get away. That's a 4 for 1, and they do get Malthael's revive there so he can get into the Protector. So a big bush, Diablo waiting in the bush there, gets a huge dive onto Johanna and a big APOC that lands just crazy lots of CC. Gives gillyShark the upper hand in that fight, and it looks like they're trying to run it down here. The team will be respawning. 3 seconds till we have Mephisto back, but only Joe so far, and they're going to wait for the Protector here. This is going to be a tough defense. A full health Protector, and the shield is already down. This looks in the bag for gillyShark as we see the core going down. Greymane goes down. A few kills there at the last second, but that is game 1 going to gillyShark there. A lot of kills on their side. They looked pretty strong in that game overall. Veggies leading the charge, always in a smart position to land a big combo. And let's check out what this game summary screen looks like and see some of these stats as we get out of game 1, which went to gillyShark. So this is something I did not expect to see. Tyrande with top damage in the game. Assassin Tyrande making an appearance. Top damage. Greymane pumping out a lot as well. Kael'thas, our sole survivor for the game. And let's see who managed to die the most. Zul'jin and Blaze. Maybe he needed that Taz Dingo that time he didn't have it. So see a lot of brawls going down this game. I mean, Volskaya lends itself to it, but that was an exciting match to say the least. Kael'thas just soaking up the wazoo there, probably just getting tons and tons of globes, rotating top mid. They did have the the talent tier, the level advantage throughout the game, so that did make a difference. Let's see what some of these talents look like at the end of the day. Zul'jin did pick the new level 20, which basically makes his basic attacks bounce. Unfortunately, we didn't see Zul'jin really get all the axes he really wanted. And, we end up with a first game victory for gillyShark. So let's see as we head in to game 2. Let's see what gets picked here, what gets banned out. Give me 1 second. I will be right back. All right, guys, it looks like we've got a lobby here for game number 2. Looks like we're going to Cursed Hollow. So let's get that into the screen. Let's go back to our map view. And second game here, gonna be on Cursed Hollow. So this is kind of a big map. This is a map pick for gillyShark here. So we're gonna see first pick this time on the side of BeefBois. So we'll see a little bit of a different draft here in game 2, as far as, you know, who's drafting first and what's going on. So let's see what's going to happen here on this map, see what changes we see in the draft, if we see any target bans here, anything that people saw in game 1 that they do not want to deal with anymore. So it looks like we're getting some R's. And we will be hopping into the draft here momentarily. I was trying to fix the in-game sound, but I'm kind of a boomer when it comes to this, so I don't know if it's working or not. All right, guys, we are moving in to the draft here for game 2. Cursed Hollow. Cursed Hollow? Cursed Hollow? I don't know. All right. So game 2 here on the side of BeefBois. They will be taking first pick and first ban for this map. Let's see if there's any interesting picks that come out here going into game 2. So we saw that, you know, devastating Tyrande play in game 1. Maybe even the Diablo really setting up some huge plays. And that is exactly what we're going to see. They do not want to play with the Diablo. A lot of tight corners in this map, and Diablo can be a menace, just wall banging left and right. Here's another Hanzo ban. Surely the BeefBois have a Hanzo player that they do not want to deal with, or they just don't like Hanzo in general. Stark, I know, is a world-famous Samuro player, and this is a great Samuro map, so they do not want to deal with that. It's so unfortunate to have to use a ban on Samuro, but you really just don't want to have to deal with that when it comes to Stark. He's just teleporting everywhere. You really can do nothing about it. Cassia as the second ban here with the Unstoppable medallion. I think it's kind of a buff to Cassia's gameplay because CC is really her biggest enemy. And having a medallion now with that Unstoppable makes such a big difference. First pick Ana got banned out last game. And Dirk says, I'm going to play my Ana. You're not going to banana on me again. So that's a great first pick just because this is a great map for Ana to sit back. You know, she can sit real far away and get the heals off on her team, sniping away. Deckard from Wono. I don't think Wono was here last game. He's subbing in for somebody. Looks like it's Chemo Tripson who sat out. So Wono playing the Deckard. We've got healers picked on both sides already. Greymane, again, in the first rotation. We're seeing a lot of priority on Greymane. And May, also banned out in game 1, makes an appearance here on the side of BeefBois. So that's our newest hero. She is a tank, but she's a range tank. It's kind of an interesting play. She sits in the back, got a ranged attack, and then she can dive in, pull off her combo to get a big root on a lot of players, and she has a personal kind of stasis to heal up. Which, I don't know, I'm not totally sold on May yet. Let's see if we get some really good May play tonight. Because, I don't know, I feel like you could just walk past her You know, if she doesn't land her combo, she's in her stasis, and you know, you can't really do anything when you're sitting in your stasis. Falstad, great pick here. Great pick for the map. This is a great macro heavy map where you want to be paying attention to, you know, every lane. And if you can kind of stall out the objective, Falstad can get a lot of value during those objective phases. Imperious, which got banned out in game 1, a lot of the banned heroes are making an appearance here in game 2. So Imperious, First Stark, and Orphea saw a mini round of nerfs. Veggies on the Orphea played the Diablo last game. Is this a little bit of a flex around on the heroes here, on the rolls? Let's see, Dehaka. So that's a lot of macro pressure. Falstad and Dehaka. We probably expect the BeefBois to be kind of playing a stall type of game as far as the objectives are concerned, so that Dehaka and Falstad can get, wow, Deathwing. So Dehaka and Falstad are going to be looking to get that kind of macro pressure during the objectives. That would be the ideal scenario for the BeefBois. And Deathwing making an appearance here. So no real tank. I guess we've got an Imperious main tank situation with Deathwing. Just another kind of raid boss. Scary boy right there. Can't be CC'd. And no real percentage damage on the side of BeefBois to really deal with Deathwing's huge health bar. So that can be an interesting pocket pick that they just threw out there at the end. But with no real tank, you know, they're really relying on the Imperious Stab and the Deckard Triangle of Death, basically, to set up their plays here. A lot of damage, though. So, you know, if they pull it off, they got a lot of damage. And over here, we're going to see, in my mind, I'm expecting more of a macro focus game on the side of BeefBois. So let's head into game 2 here. And let's see how this goes for the BeefBois. Can they take us to a game 3? On the left-hand side, we've got gillyShark, Zergy Monster, dancing away on that Deathwing. Oh, yeah. And we've got Imperious, played by Chesslooter. Wono got the Deckard Stark on the Greymane, and Veggies playing the Orphea. So we got a bit of a role swap there. Root Beer Guy on the right-hand side for BeefBois, playing the Falstad. Tribulation on May. And they're all chumped up here. So who's who? Smart Killer's got the Rainer, Dirk on the Ana, and Dehaka, played by Tracer, sitting up top, going from bush to bush so far. Deckard's thrown out some potions here to get us started. Zerg Monster in ranged form so far. Chesslooter stepping forward and a stab onto Dehaka. That's a lot of damage. There's the follow-up root. Wow. You could see how terrifying it can really be if Chesslooter does hit that stab. Root Beer Guy, though, already down here. A couple globes going to be missed on the side of gillyShark right there. So just a little bit of XP loss, but they were going for that kill mid. It looks like Smort Killer and Dirk are going to be starting their bruiser camp right now. We do see a top objective will be spawning first here on our mini-map. So it tends to be a common theme macro-wise. You know, if it's going to be top, you want to get your bottom camp during the objective. If it's going to be bottom, you want the top camp during the objective. So it looks like that's what they're doing. Actually, Falstad already working on this camp. Same kind of play here from Stark and Wono, popping out their bruiser camp immediately. Smart Killer just finishing now. Up top, Deathwing and Dehaka having a good old time. Dehaka just waiting around, and we're going to see a little bit of a clearing battle here in the middle as both of these bruiser camps are going to collide here. A little bit on the side of BeefBois. That's to their advantage because they're going to get an easier clear here And that's because they capped it second. So they actually comes out to their advantage a little bit. Let's see if they're able to push in with this at all once that's cleared out. Stark dives in real quick, but right back out with the gray mane. Doesn't look like much is going to come for either team here. Ana heading top to heal up Tracer on the Dehaka. Misses her first bullet there. Hopefully that's not going to be happening. Oh, another miss. Come on, Durka. You got this. We believe. Oh! All right, Durka. Get it together. You got this. You got this. All right, so we got a clear in the mid from Wono, Stark, and Chest Looter. Orphea still sitting bot. Look at this. They've been brawling down here. Root Beer guy chunking. And let's see if he's going to stick down here during the objective phase. They did cap. Just like I said, their camp just came out, so they're going to have that advantage during this phase. Let's see if they're going to be stalling on the side of BeefBois. There's a snowball from May. May's got a lot of stalls, so maybe that's their idea here. Let's see if they can get another one. Wono almost done here. There's a snowball, but May's going to pay for that one. Pulls her unstoppable. Running away. Dehaka coming from the top side. Falstad is still bot, trying to get as much value as he can out of that camp. But there it is. A pretty quick snag of the first objective there on the side of gillyShark. They're looking for 3 of those. So, you know, the faster they can grab those objectives is going to be in their favor, because Falstad, you can see, you know, during that objective, he got that whole front wall on the bot fort. So that's something, you know, that is what they traded away. Ooh, a lot of action up here. Sorry we missed out on that, but Stark sneaks away with 200 health as we prepare for the second objective, going to spawn on gillyShark's side, which is more or less unfortunate for the BeefBois because, you know, that's an easier snag on the side of gillyShark. So it's going to be a little tougher for them to stall this one out if they want to be, you know, doing the macro pressure. So down here, Veggies, under some pressure, is able to scoop away on the Orphea. Root Beer guy relentlessly auto-attacking those minions. Stark and Chest Looter in a bush here. Not going to do much with that one. But you can see gillyShark, they've already got 4. We got 4 versus 4 here. Dehaka at half health has to pop his essence when Greymane shows up. So everyone kind of sharking around. Falstad did show up now, so there is no side pressure. Here comes Deathwing with his, you know, fiery fury. He is deep in there, putting pressure on Durka. Smork Killer taking a lot of damage, very low, goes down. Tribulation might be next here. Tracer does sneak away. So that is 1 kill on to Smork Killer, and it's enough to cap this objective. So Deathwing, you can see what's kind of terrifying about that is they don't really have a response to that health bar. He just dove in there, and there's really nothing that BeefBois could do to really, you know, push him away. So hopefully that's not a common theme, at least for the BeefBois' sake. The BeefBois do start the boss here, and gillyShark has not started their boss. Let's see if they can sneak this out while gillyShark has level 10. And it looks like they're going to be able to get it. gillyShark does not sniff this out. They were working on their siege giants, and that's going to be a boss on the side of BeefBois. And it looks like gillyShark going to start theirs now. And just giving up this objective, they say, you know what? That one's a little bit unsafe. We're not even going to worry about it. So Dehaka or Deathwing did give them vision. Well, I guess they had vision from the wave. So that's going to be a free boss on the side of gillyShark as well. Dehaka up here pushing Deathwing lands to help clear that boss with the Siege Giants. Actually, pretty good Siege Giants positioning, actually wailing away on the boss. While down here, you know, we've got a full health boss, 2 tributes on the side of gillyShark, and there's a stab onto Smork Killer, has to walk away. He's kind of on an island. Root Beer guy looks like he was looking for a gust play, and I'm not sure that he got it. There's the Li Ming swords and a snowball under towers for Stark. Gets right back out. Everybody surviving so far, but that's a curse on the side of gillyShark, curse number 1. And you could see that all of the minions here for BeefBois are down to 1 health. The towers are deactivated, so this is going to be a big push in all lanes on the side of gillyShark. Tribulation diving in, tried to get a combo onto Stark, does not land it. There's a Deckard. Now you're listening to him. Stay a while and listen, and everyone decides not to listen and just walks away after a short sleep. So we've got 1 down top. Tracer really struggling with the Deathwing. And Deathwing sauntering down here. Zergy Monster might jump through the wall. Can he do that? Here he comes. He's going to fly on over. And this could be dangerous for the BeefBois. There's a stab onto Falstad. He's not surviving. Big stab from Chest Looter. They've got no minions here mid, but they're going to try and take down this whole tower. They've got plenty of siege damage with Stark's Greymane. And we're going to see the mid fort go down here. So that's 3 forts down. That's a pretty successful first curse on the side of gillyShark. 2 kills to nothing. So you can see not even too many kills, but they do have quite a bit of control over this match so far. Chest Looter with another stab. And whoa, Tribulation going deep here, gets the snowball, kind of like a reverse gust going on here. Chest Looter taking tower shots, goes down. Whoa knows next, and May pays with it with her life, but that's a 2-for-1. BeefBois showing some life here in the mid game. That's going to help them kind of stabilize here. They lost all 3 forts, but you know, now they can push out the lanes, kind of start getting their macro pressure going again. And let's see if we got anything interesting here. Orpheus still going with the Chomp build. You know, the Chomp cooldown and the Chomp shield. Everyone kind of just working on some camps right now. Oh, we got a pause here from Stark. Orphea, looks like Veggies has taken a internet potato break. In the meantime, let's pause here for a second. And I don't know, I see other streamers do this. Just in case there's some chit chat from the teams, I guess we'll hold off while we see if Veggies is going to make it back into the game. So far, you know, we're seeing quite a you know, pace of the game going in favor of gillyShark here in game 2, but the levels are even. Both teams are level 14 now. gillyShark will have the catapult pressure in their favor. So let me lend you some of the stats. Deathwing leading the charge with 31,000 damage. A lot of the gillyShark players sitting high on the damage, and we're back in the game. Let's head back into the in-game. Everyone's here. Orphea is back. Veggies says, I'm ready to go, as he shows up. And look at that. He shows up and he gets the camp capture. He just shows up and it says Veggies captured this camp. So good on you, buddy. So blue team here, clearing out mid. They're going to have a little bit of pressure in their favor. A lot of tributes needed on both sides. So let's see how this game continues. Let's see if the red team just wants to give up this tribute to clear, but it looks like they're going to be able to clear with enough time to rotate down. This tribute is on their side. May finds all 5 of gillyShark. Anna, see how she can keep her distance here. But there's a stab onto Smart Killer. Tribulation deep. Eats a cursed bullet. Here comes a gust. Root beer guy gets the kill onto Orphea and somehow survives, just flying into the middle of all 5 of them. That's the first kill on the side of BeefBois, and the second kill onto Imperius. This is looking pretty good. Look at Zergy Monster with a pretty low health bar. Smart Killer says, I want that. Tribulation might die for this, but still healing. And we see Stark go down. Tribulation playing with every last bit of that health bar. Whoa, no, trying to survive here. Drops himself another potion. And gets led right to the boss. The BeefBois making an appearance here in Game 2 at level 16. With a huge team fight. Starting off with the crazy fly by Falstad. A big with balls play, I will have to say, in that situation. And we're going to say they've stabilized in this match. Let's see how much pressure they can build. Looks like they're going for a double boss play as, gillyShark is respawning. And it looks like they don't want to give this one up for free. They are sharking around here. gillySharking around. There's 3 in the bush now. Maybe they're going to try and make a play after the boss. Gust is up, and they say we're moving in. Chest looter on point, but the Gust not good enough, and that's a kill on to May immediately. We've got the boss stolen by gillyShark on the back end of that kill. What a play. Steps onto point. I think Root Beer Guy was not expecting that that flank to come in right there. They timed that perfectly. They came in right when that had like 1 health left. And Imperius steps on the point. The Gust doesn't really gust him out of there. He's able to step right back onto the point, and they win that fight. So they do get half a keep down here, and they get a pretty clean clear, no keep damage, but structure advantage still in favor of gillyShark. But this is we got a game on our hands, that's for sure. This is anybody's game so far. Two tributes on the side of BeefBois, and Tribulation says hello to a lot of gillyShark's players there. It looks like gillyShark expected the BeefBois to be on that camp, and they were going to try and make an invade, but since they hadn't started it yet, they decide to walk away and get ready for this tribute. This is going to be a big fight here. Dahaka's still top, clearing the camp. So let's see if he sticks around for another wave to get a little extra pressure up there. But gillyShark does have control over this point. You can see they're kind of surrounding it already. Chest looter in position in the bush, goes for a stab onto Smart Killer, does not connect. Zergy Monster lands right after. And Tracer going in. Another gust onto Veggies, gets pushed into the back line. Root Beer Guy going for the damage, but Veggie's still surviving. Zergy Monster at half health. They do finally knock out Veggies. Tribulation in a tight spot, and that's a triple heal coming from Dirk to keep him alive. Chest looter looking pretty low. And let's see how this fight continues. This is a 5v4 with some pretty low health bars. gillyShark recedes and says, y'all can have this curse. We don't want this to look any worse than it might right now. And it looks like the 5 of them on the Beef Boys are heading to clear out this keep. They want the first keep of the game. They got to be a little careful, though. They still have plenty of damage to make a kill here, but Chess Looter does not want to risk a bad stab right now, and they're going to concede that fort, or that keep, as now the Beef Boys move into the mid lane with a camp. That's a lot of pressure they're going to be able to put down here, but all 5 gillyShark members are back up for this defense. But that's they've got the spell shield from the mage minion, which just dies right there. Lot of mini potions from Deckard. Root Beer guy going super deep. He's kind of in a weird spot right now. He gets feared by Deathwing, but that's a 1-for-1. Orphea also goes down with that gust, but it kind of looks like Beef Boys are in kind of a tight spot here. They're pretty low health bars. Hopefully they're going to be able to walk away to keep this game going. And we got a 1-for-1. Dirk sneaking away with, pretty low health bar. That was, man, I got to say, Falstad with these flies, he's scaring the crap out of me, but he's pulling them off. I love it. He's just going right in the middle of the whole team just to gust Orphea and make sure that they get that kill. She is what they think the weak link in that composition of the easiest kill. And they are trying to take advantage of that. It's worked successfully, more than once here. Tribulation off on an island, just trying to keep eyes on the side of gillyShark. Scouts out this boss as the rest of the Beef Boys make their way over. Let's see if gillyShark wants to continue this. Oh, there's a stab onto May, a follow-up Curse Bullet Zergy monster. Also, there's a lot of damage. The Unstoppable does come out. I don't think she gets out of that. Let's see if they're going to be able to get away now. Beef Boys, Stark on the hunt here. And there's a gust just to create some space. And it's successful. That keeps the rest of gillyShark at bay. And Beef Boys live to fight another day. That was a huge stab from Chess Looter. It's exactly what they need in this composition, is to hit those stabs. And they're going to start their boss as gillyShark is almost done with theirs. Orphea clearing out, pushing out the lane. They don't want that catapult pressure as this next tribute phase starts. Looks like both teams do get their bosses out successfully for this tribute. And May is still dead. So this looks like it's going to be a free one as Chess Looter and friends scout out Tracer. Deathwing dropping in, doing a death drop onto the point. And that's going to be a camp steal for gillyShark. Nothing for free here as the members of Beef Boys work on clearing out this boss. Greymane, are they... He better hurry over. Maybe they decided that fort that keeps a goner no matter what. But, if he's not hitting the... Well, that's 2 keeps down. 3 keeps down for gillyShark. 3 keeps up for Beef Boys. We do have a comeback on our hands on the side of Beef Boys. If you recall, after that first tribute phase, they lost all 3 forts, and they have rebutted. I love that word because it says "but" in it. I don't even know if it's a real word, but here we go. 3 keeps down on the side of gillyShark. So definitely looking in favor of Beef Boys, but this late in the game, a big team fight, and if you do get a big team fight win, you can just mow through a keep and end the game. So this is really anybody's game so far, but the macro pressure will be in favor of the Beef Boys as Chess Looter and Veggie sit in a bush hoping to get some kind of a gank from any unsuspecting Beef Boy making a rotation. We do see Executioner this game from from Greymane. I think that's my preferred level 16, but they're all good in that sense. So look at this. The tribute, just nobody wants to make an appearance here. Deathwing in the sky. Now we've got some scouting on the side of gillyShark. First ones to make a move here. Chest Looter moves on to point. Tribulation gets the first stall. Dehaka sitting in a bush over here. I think the BeefBois are going for a stall kind of situation. There's a big sleep onto 3, and that's a huge Deathwing drop. May looking pretty low. A fear onto 2 in the back from Deathwing. Durka trying to keep his boys alive as Zergy Monster taking a lot of damage. There is the infinite gust from Root Beer Guy. Tribulation trying to escape here with 100 health. Orphea already down. Chest Looter has to pop his shield, and he goes down. Zergy Monster down. That is a 3 for nothing. Tribulation pops his D and survives. 4 for nothing. Whoa, no. The poor old man just trying to get away, and he's being chased down. There he goes. That is a GG called from Veggies. And we've got a game 3 on our hands as the BeefBois march to the core. They've got plenty of time to take this down. This is game 2 going to the BeefBois. What a comeback from them, and what a well-played, patient approach to that final tribute. Wow. What a game. I love it. Everyone loves a game 3, and we've got an exciting series on our hand, and you could tell this is going to be an exciting season for NGS when we have game 1. Week 1, we've already got a game 3, a 3-game series on our hands. Deathwing, death dropping, tons of damage, but just not quite enough in those last fights. Ana really caught her stride. I know I called her out on those missed snipes at the beginning, but some insane snipes to keep her team alive. May, in the middle of the action all the time, never seemed to be able to die in those final team fights. So that was a great game for the side of BeefBois. 13-6 really turned the tide there. Let's look at some of these talents. May's build. I've seen this picked a lot. I wonder if this is the standard build. Reduce the cooldown on the D. Skating away. Seen that one as well. Extra movement speed and 50 physical armor. That snowball is so fun. It's kind of like a gust, right? It's kind of like Falstad's gust, but, you know, on a tank. So that's a pretty cool heroic that we saw successfully applied in that matchup. So overall, a great match, a little bit of back and forth, and we see BeefBois taking us to game 3 here. So I'll be back in a couple seconds, and we will get ready for game number 3 of this series. Stick around. All right, guys, so we are heading into game 3. We've got the lobby up. The BeefBois decided, gillyShark decides to take first pick, giving map pick to the BeefBois, and they will be taking us to Towers of Doom, where we'll see. This is going to be a great match because there's no way to avoid the late game here. This is going to be a long, exciting game, and it's going to go all the way. I am expecting a great fight from both teams here. So let's see if we're ready to go into the match. It looks like the teams are ready, and we should be heading into the draft right now. So right into it, Towers of Doom. So quite an interesting map here because you can't attack the core directly. There's not a way to just, end this map early. You got to control the bell towers, and you've got to channel the objectives to win this. So expect to see a lot of, point control from both teams here. And we see an instant Hanzo ban on the side of gillyShark. So this has been a common theme. And after game 1, BeefBois say no more Diablo. Diablo is a thing of the past. So Mei, okay, they saw the power of Mei. Mei does not get to play today in game 3. All right, so let's see what ban number 2 is going to be. Is this going to be another target ban? This is another kind of macro-y map. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Dahaka or a Falstad potentially come out here. Chromie can be a menace here because she can stall the objective almost indefinitely. And Wono says, it's my turn to play Ana. I'm taking that away. Dirk played a great Ana last game, and this is not only a deny, but it's also Wono's chance to show us what he can do with that sniper rifle. So let's see where the BeefBois take us. ETC actually, surprisingly, hasn't been picked or banned here. Generally a top tier kind of priority pick tank. And we're going to see him here in game 3. He's kind of just got an all-around great kit. He had a mini nerf after a big boost to his level 13 talent. So, he does get his cooldown reduction on his heroic. And a Lucio. So for that shield and movement speed, kind of an interesting pick. Get an Overwatch hero in here. I guess Ana's an Overwatch hero too. So Orphea and Malthael. Malthael's probably going to be double soaking. This is kind of a map where you want your offlaner to be able to double soak. And Malthael is one of the best at that. He can rotate quickly with his Pale Horse talent at level 1. Just gives him more mount speed and just tons of wave clear. He also brings a lot to a team fight. So generally a really strong pick on this map. Veggie's back on the Orphea, says, I want a second try at this. Here's Falstad. Like I said, a good macro heavy map. And Root Beer Guy played a really strong, aggressive Falstad. Enough about that. Cho'Gall making an appearance here in game 3. Now this is something special that we don't get to see often. This is a two-headed monster that just wreaks havoc over the map. So Cho is going to be driving here all game long. Gall, sitting shotgun, can basically just sit back and sip yak, but probably going to want to keep 2 hands on the keyboard for game 3. A Nubarak, a great counter pick to Cho'Gall because you can drop the cocoon, and that really nullifies 2 heroes at the same time. So potentially Falstad maybe doing those cheeky gust plays, the flying gust plays, can get Orphea and Ana out of position, and Raynor just peppering down. There's potential for, you know, a pretty strong game on the side of the BeefBois. But what I'm noticing now is they don't really have a proper double soaker. Falstad can potentially do it, but he doesn't rotate quite as fast. ETC might be their offlaner, but not a great soaker, but a good strategy into a Malthael if you're trying to figure out how do we strategize against a double soaker, is to basically freeze the lanes and not really give him the chance to double soak by just holding the lanes on your side. So if he's trying to come over, he can't really get the double soak. So he has to put himself at risk to get it. So maybe that's what they're trying to do on the BeefBois. Let's check out here on the left-hand side. I was like, where's the fifth member? But that is Staster on the Cho'Gall. Staster playing Cho'Gall. Veggies on Orphea. Chest Looter on the Malthael. And Ana played by Wono. That's our gillyShark on the left. On the right-hand side, Tracer is playing our ETC, Dirk on the Lucio, Root Beer Guy on his Falstad again, Tribulation on the Anub, and Smort Killer playing the Raynor. So we'll see here, Cho'Gall. So notice there's only 4 bodies on the map on the side of gillyShark. That Cho'Gall's got a chunky health bar, and Ana just sitting back there healing him indefinitely. That can be a tough cookie to crumble for the side of the BeefBois. But we see ETC, so they've got Anub and ETC. They put a stun. That's a lot of a CC chain putting out onto Staster right now, but not quite enough damage just yet. And Cho'Gall is more or less a late game hero as far as the last time I saw him really making a showing. So I expect a lot of his power to be coming in as the game goes on. So I'm expecting the BeefBois to really try and control this game early. And it looks like Malthael and Falstad already working the double soak. Malthael, as you can see, a little bit ahead. Both teams hurrying over to their respective pumpkin camps. And we see a quicker camp. Let's see if Staster says, I'm coming in. And it looks like that's what he wants to do. Durka trying to push him away, but not quick enough. Staster is on point, and he's not going anywhere. Tracer taking tons of damage, slides away. Durka now trying to hold the point. And that's another camp over. Both camps going to the side of gillyShark, as they have a slight experience advantage as well, probably from Malthael's quicker double soak. They're trying to kill some of these sappers, but they connect, and that front wall is disappearing quickly. A lot of action down here. This has felt kind of just like a ARAM game, just endless brawling from both teams. Staster just dives in as his team leaves. And here we go into our first objective phase. We're going to have 3 altars spawning. And we already see a half-level lead on the side of gillyShark, because I believe it has to do with Falstad most likely not being able to keep up in the soak. Let's see where that soak is. Yeah, you could see, you know, Malthael's already got a little bit of an advantage over Falstad in the soak category. So it looks like there's going to be a gentleman's trade up top. Malthael and ETC capping. Anub diving in. Doesn't connect. Staster coming from below, kind of on an island. Let's see if Ana can keep him alive. That's a lot of damage coming in. Let's see if there's a double kill. And we see the first kill and second kill of the game onto Cho'Gall. Chest Looter also falling here. Whew. Well played from the BeefBois as they take out our raid boss Cho'Gall. Staster gonna have to be a little more careful. Staster was coming down from this bush while his teammates were over here. A noob, I believe, had them kind of zoned out and kind of left them on an island. So the BeefBois take the quick level 7, and just like that, that XP advantage is gone for gillyShark. Both teams just now hitting level 7. Prog Rock stacking up for ETC. And Seasoned Marksman over here. Veggies caught out on an island, and that's going to be a dead Orphea as the BeefBois just continue their reign of terror here on Towers of Doom. Let's see how that Cho'Gall build is going. While under 60% health, extra movement speed, and healing. So lower health is good for Cho. And here we go, a sleep onto Smork Killer, and Chest Looter arrives for a kill. Tracer on point, doesn't look too happy to be there, very low. Chest Looter gets another kill. Gall actually stealing the final hit there as the rest of the BeefBois try to get away. Lucio not so lucky as Gall knocking the double kill there. Hits him with his Q. Forget what it's called, like Shadow Snare or something. And this looks like it's going to be a free objective and a free camp steal for the side of gillyShark. A back and forth game. gillyShark back on top slightly as far as XP goes. Not going to be able to clear. That's a lot of sappers connecting. 6 sappers connect, and you could see that those health points on this fort are invisible. There's not even a pixel of health, and the ranged minion says, "This is my fort now." And as you can see, the fort doesn't disappear. This fort now belongs to the blue team. And this is actually exactly what you want to happen, as a huge stun. As Staster hits level 10, they go in with their Hammer of Justice of Twilight. There's a nano boost onto Cho'Gall. That's a great combo. But the BeefBois managed to survive there as they try to make a play onto this fort, but they are under the fort of gillyShark right now, trying to pepper it back and take it on. There's a dive onto Orphea. She pops her medallion and survives. Veggies looking low. ETC dies for it. So does a noob. That's both tanks on the side of BeefBois going down. Staster wreaking havoc here. Trades out for Orphea. And they keep control of this bottom tower, and you can see why this is so important. We see the bottom and middle altar spawning now, but the BeefBois don't really have a great angle. This bottom altar is all but guaranteed for gillyShark, and the middle tower is likely to be conceded as well. Durka thinking about going in there, comes back. Tribulation coming from above with Root Beer Guy. Staster trying to keep the others at bay, but he may be off on an island. There's a stun on his dive. He gets away. Chest Looter is here as well. ETC still hanging mid. He does have stage dive, so we can expect ETC to stage dive in the middle of this fight as he keeps soaking actually right now. Durka in a scary spot. There's a nano boost onto Cho'Gall. Tribulation looking low, goes down. Durka looking. Root Beer Guy gets his gust off, but dies to Orphea. This time Orphea says, "You don't get..." Oh! Raynor trades out. He says, "At least we get 1 kill in this fight." And Durka actually went under that tower to get away. Sneaks away. That's a lot of kills for gillyShark there, really taking control of this game. And that is the effect of having this bot tower. It totally controls the angle from which the BeefBois could attack. And as you can see, a 10-point advantage on the core for the gillyShark team now. They have extra shots because they own extra towers. So every objective that they channel right now is worth 3, but it looks like the BeefBois are ready to take back their tower and equalize. And there you go. The tower shots are going to go back to 4-4 now as gillyShark tries to make a play to open up mid. They get the towers there. That's a little bit of XP in their favor. Not too much of an XP lead for them because both teams have gotten tons of kills here, but they are making their way bot where they do have sappers ready to connect. And there's 1, 2, 3. Half of the bell tower's health is now gone. Season markman at 29 out of 40 now. Falstad just trying to double soak out of his mind to get his auto attack stronger and stronger. Prog Rock just about to be finished. No last right stacks yet. Giant Killer. This is a big boost for the BeefBois in their attempt to cull the Staster, because this percent damage will make a big difference in the amount of damage they can do to that chunky health bar. A bigger health bar, percentage damage makes a bigger difference. Durka takes a lot of damage from that combo from Cho'Gall, who's now in the cocoon. That's 2 in the cocoon. Let's see if they can get a kill potentially onto Chest Looter. Root Beer guy flies in and puts Veggie in a weird spot, but Cho'Gall still nano boosted. Look at this in the back over here. Wono, 60 health, goes down. Durka and Tracer just bullying in the back line. Chest Looter looking pretty low, but I don't know if ETC is going to be able to finish this off. But the rest of the team shows up. They tap in Tribulation, and now Staster's on an island. Very low health. He is able to sneak by and tap, but this looks like it's going to be an altar going to the side of BeefBois. I told you we were going to have a big game 3 here. I'm telling you, back and forth, every team fight. You never know who's going to come out on top. BeefBois do need to take advantage of this. There's a lot of dead players on the side of gillyShark, and they need to get what they can down here. Falstad back to soaking, trying to get them as much XP as they can. They do finally get this wall down. I don't think they've been able to capture any sappers this game. Staster just moving in every time, and I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for it again right now. And look at him sharking around. He has got his Q ready, and there's a cocoon on to Cho'Gall. As the team comes in, I don't know if they want this fight anymore. Root Beer guy kind of in a weird spot. Anubarak, it looks like they want to walk away now that that cocoon expired. That's kind of their big fight turning heroic there as far as controlling the Cho'Gall. And Cho'Gall's coming over here. Durka spots him out. He's charging up his arm, getting ready. There he is. He gets a hammer onto Smork and Trib, but seem to be okay. They want to protect this. They do not want to lose this bell tower again, especially right before this objective, but it looks like there's nothing they can do about it. Durka trying to survive now. There's a nano boost onto Staster, so that's going to be on cooldown for the next fight. But these 2 sappers, that could be points. It looks like they're willing to concede these. That's going to be 2 tower shots going over to the side of gillyShark. You could see the score went down to 20 here on their core from those 2 sappers that connected with the death zone. And we see control here. A noob diving deep to make some space for Tracer to capture this. And as you can see, Falstad did convert the top bell tower as BeefBois making a play on this boss for an extra 4 tower shots. Uncontested, they are going to tie up this game 16-16 in core shots. However, arguably an advantage to the gillyShark team because they control the bottom bell tower, which tends to be the more important. Tribulation hit by a hammer of Twilight, but does manage to sneak away. Tracer coming in deep on the ETC. Let's see if he's going to slide. That's a lot of damage onto Tracer. He's going to slide away. Stoster now nano boosted. Asleep onto Falstad. Cocoon breaks on Stoster, but we've got a very low health bar for Chest Looter. Tribulation misses the dive onto Stoster. There's a... Oh my god, so many low health bars. Durka trying to get away, a noob. Holy crap, nobody died in that whole fight. Is that amazing or what? You could see the quality, the high caliber of these players here, able to know the limits of their cartoons, and they able to, you know, all walk out of there with just... you know, -1 health left. It was insane. So BeefBois take the advantage here. They're able to take back their tower after that fight. And this is potentially going to be in their favor. If they're able to cap this, there's a gust onto everyone except Stoster. Tracer stunned. And that's a capture for Durka. That's 5 shots on the side of the BeefBois. Chest Looter says, let's just cap the 3 and call it a day here. Live to fight another day. The BeefBois probably first to hit 20 here if nothing crazy happens in the next minute, but something crazy is always happening in this game. There's a stun onto Smart Killer. Stoster still wants more here. We've got the whole gillyShark team down here. Falstad still soaking. Uh-oh, there's a stun onto Tracer. Will he be able to get away? He does. And the 4-man for BeefBois able to sneak away under their bell tower. Falstad getting some soak. You can see they are almost level 20. They're going to have that huge power spike, and let's see what they're going to be able to do. They're going to basically have it for an entire level here. And the gillyShark team knows it. They dive deep on Stoster, already getting shot by the... there's a gust, and Stoster 400 health. Whoa, no, also low. That's a... Ooh. I mean, that was a with balls play, I'm going to say, on the side of gillyShark. They dove headfirst under the bell tower of the BeefBois, and they get totally wiped out, which is kind of scary because they're going for a 6 cap here. They've got 30 seconds, and it looks like they're going to get it. This could be GG here after that wild play. But I don't know if they thought that it was time for a Hail Mary. As you could see, the BeefBois hit level 20 first, and that is just a huge power spike that potentially the side of gillyShark did not want to deal with, and they went for it. And this is going to be 7 shots, while the core, since they've got a 6 cap right now, is just barreling down. And this is going to be GG's called on the side of gillyShark. And here's a game 3. Tracer trying to survive, padding his stats. And wow. Holy crap. What a game. What a series goes over to the BeefBois with the reverse sweep here in a 3-game series. What a matchup. Man, that was exciting to say the least. Oh no, where's our stats? So we have some kind of issue here with the stats, and apparently nobody did any damage, nobody collected any XP, nobody died that game, surprisingly. No talent. So unfortunately, our game summary is missing in action right now. So let's see if we can hop in for an interview here with someone from the BeefBois. So we've got no game summary for you there, unfortunately, but the BeefBois do take the series. Wow. That was insane. Bear with me a second. Let me see if we can get an interview going. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that interview. I'm having trouble whispering. Let's see. So it looks like someone's going to be heading in here. We're going to have Root Beer Guy for our post-game interview. Hey there, Root Beer Guy. How are you feeling? How are you feeling after that match? Hey, give me a second. I feel like I'm not getting sound. Sorry, give me a second. I don't. Yeah, I'm kind of new to the stream thing, and let's see if this works. Can you try talking?
Hello.
Hey, so I think I've got you now. So
Okay.
come back to me. How do you feel after that series, a reverse sweep? How are you feeling there?
It's so ecstatic. I wish anyone could have heard our comms after the games ended. There was clapping, there was like heck yes, and it feels really good to come into Div A, because none of us have played in Div A, and win our first game. You know, it really makes you feel like you belong.
Oof. I mean, you guys definitely showed your mettle here today. So are you a new team here in general, or is this just your first time in Div A?
So some of us are a new team. Dirk, who plays healer, and we played for Dirk Throws These last season in Div D, and this season we recruited a new team, the three of us, and all of us have been gelling together a little bit. And so some of us it's new to NGS, but some of us it's just new to Div A.
I mean, y'all made a showing there. You know, how did you feel after game one, where they kind of had a bit of an advantage throughout the game? Do you think it was a draft issue, or was it just a warm up for you guys?
I think there was a couple of problems. I think they just soaked a lot better. They got to objectives faster. They did camps a little bit better, and Diablo did a really good job of standing in the middle bush and just fire stomping us and stopping rotations and just slowing us down. So we kind of got real slow on that, and so we always felt like we were a level or two behind. The fights, you felt like they were somewhat similar, close for a lot of it, but fighting levels, 2 levels down, 4 and 8% is kind of difficult.
For sure, that was it was a respectable Diablo ban going forward. After that, I can totally see.
Yeah, he was great on Diablo.
Yeah, and then he played the Orphea in the other two games, and I saw you. So was that the Gus strategy? At least in game two, I saw, the most wild flies with the Gust.
I am probably one of the most aggressive players. I play a lot of just dive heroes, and so that's just. I'm the type of guy that just says screw it and I go for it, and it works out. Sometimes it works out, and then sometimes you Gus behind the towers. At the core and you die.
I gotta say that those were some pretty epic ones, definitely in game two, just blowing my mind there. So, congrats to you. I'm glad I got you in there just to represent that. So any last comments here for the series, for the season, and any shout outs you got for anybody?
It's great to be here. Great job, gillySharks. They were great. Heck of a show. We felt like they were fantastic, and they'll do very well in the season also. Shout out to my team. I love all of them. And then I guess another shout out to another NGS team, Too Calculated to Throw. We've been doing some scrims with them, and so they've been really great, helping us come together as a team.
Great, man. Well, I'm excited to see how you guys perform through the series, throughout the season. So congratulations tonight, and keep up the good work, man. Those crazy Gus, I can't wait to see more of them. So
Thank you, and thank you for the cast also.
Of course. I hope you guys get to watch it later and celebrate some of those crazy plays. So
All right. You have a good night, man.
You too. All right, go celebrate. See ya.
Bye.
All right, guys, so that is the end of our first series for the evening. Holy crap, that was a good one. BeefBois taking it 2-1 over gillyShark in the reverse sweep. And we will be back. We've got a double header tonight. So actually in about 20 minutes at 9 p.m. Eastern, we will be starting our second cast of a Div B Northeast matchup. And that'll be between Die Gaming and Death and Delay. So you don't want to miss that one. A lot of pent-up strategies that have been, brewing since last season in all of these players' minds. So let's see what we get out of a Div B Northeast matchup. So thanks, you guys, for sticking around with me for the first match of the evening. And I hope I see you back at 9 p.m. I'm going to take a little break now, and I will be back for that. All right, guys. See you soon.